All right. Okay. Hey, everyone. My name is Kageni, and I'm here with Valerie. And we're wanting to just take a few minutes to share a little bit about the coaching training coming up with Circle Anywhere, and hopefully get a chance to share what it means to us to to lead it, to teach it. And yeah, Valerie,
Mm.
anything you'd like to say?
Yeah. Let's see. What all do I want to say?
A lot, I
Uh,
imagine.
well, I'd like to say when it's going to start. It's going to start February 7th. It'll be on Mondays and Thursdays. It's a 4-month course, and it's an hour and a half on Mondays and an hour and a half on Thursdays.
Right.
And I love this coaching course. It's unique in that, with the basis of it is presence. We're not going into someone's childhood. I mean, childhood may come up, but that's more of a therapeutic model. Ours is very much about what's here and working with that from a place of presence,
Right.
but also what a person wants in their life or what they say they want in their life and what's in the way of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. Would you share what so if somebody wants to take the coaching training, they're already a coach,
Yeah.
um, having trained with some other modalities,
Yeah.
and they're wondering what does this give me? Well, what does this add in my training?
So this is what I laugh about is that you were already a coach
Yes.
and I already had a coaching certification and had been coaching for years, right? When I came to this kind of coaching. So I want you to answer this question as well.
Yes.
It gets to the heart of it, which is about our identity and who we're willing to be. And looking at those places where we say we want something and underneath we're not willing.
Mm-hmm.
And what is there, right? So it's not the kind of coaching where you tell anybody what to do. We're actually getting at the level of who we're willing to be,
Mm-hmm.
and stepping into more choice around that, or realizing we're already making choices that we're not aware of,
Right.
and putting those up for examination
Right.
so that we find our power. Even if we choose the same thing, it's very different because we know that we're choosing it.
Right.
And we also have the freedom to choose differently. I think it's just so clear in this course in a way that's uniquely transformational.
As a coach, as a person training to be a coach, this course trains you to go with people into those places.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And we work those muscles over and over. It's not like you get a new a technique, you try it a couple times, and then we move on to the next one. No, you're going to be doing it in class. You're going to see Jordan coaching people on videos that you can watch over and over. You're going to be practicing one-on-one outside of the classroom. We will have breakouts during class, and then sometimes we'll stay together and we will work these muscles over and over so that it's in your bones by the time you leave this course.
Totally. I love it. I love when you say we will work these muscles because the trainees, we ourselves will be the ones that we train with. So we're the thing that I'm going to be working with other people once I am trained as a coach. I'm doing that during the course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, Go ahead, say more.
Right. So I don't get to sort of just sit back and just learn material.
Oh, no, no,
Right.
in addition to learning to be a coach, you are going to be coached,
Yes.
so many times that, I think of it almost like knots in our identity, knots in between who we want to be, who we think we are, and what's really driving the show, and we're unraveling knots. You're going to have so many knots unraveled as a result of doing this course because you're being practiced on.
Yes.
And we're all practicing on you and being practiced on by you, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's really magical in that way.
Totally. Awesome. Yeah, and I want to say, Valerie, I want to add that, one of the things that I found for me when I decided to take this course, I came into it with, I've been circling, facilitating, coaching. What's new here? What can I learn? And the thing that I want to share is for me that it was actually very humbling to be in this place of just having the beginner mindset. And I actually decided I'm really going to have a beginner's mindset. I'm going to learn as though I'm not going to bring that. I already know how to do that. Because for those of us who've been circling for a long time and leading circling, what you'll notice is that this is a different muscle that you're working.
Yes.
Coaching muscle. It still includes a lot of the circling training that you've already been practicing, but this is kind of a different muscle.
Very
And so,
different.
yeah, and yes, and so for me that was very humbling to actually notice that, oh, I'm used to already, like, I already know how to circle. I can just go to that place and rely on that.
Yeah, I
And
love you saying this. It's important
yeah,
because there can be this mindset that oh, this is just doing really good circling. No, it's not.
yes,
Uh, you know, um, the presence, the ability to attune, the ability to step out and see. Those are all things that we bring in from this relational practice that we call circling.
right.
But it's just have an extraordinary presence,
Totally.
and what's here is what shows up everywhere. So the present and what's happening and what someone brings in. Hey, I want to work on this, right? Have you ever been in a circle and you wish you could just work with somebody on something, or you wish you could
Absolutely.
bring, hey, I've got a thing, right? Well, this is
Yes.
you get to, hey, I've got a thing. And it's, it shows up outside of circles, but it's dominating, my life. I'm not doing the thing I want, or I'm not getting the thing I say I want.
Right.
I want, and so there's a directionality in coaching. I mean, part of the criteria for determining if someone understands and can really coach in this way is, are you coaching or are you circling? Because it is different.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because it is different. And the other thing I want to add, Valerie, is the course material itself. Jordan has done a phenomenal job of putting together a lot of the things that he himself has learned in the past.
Yeah.
I especially love the integration of integral theory into this, and it's just, for me, it's just been really, really helpful to be able to use that material to support the training.
That was one of the most surprising things when when I went through the training with Jordan, was how looking through it through the lens of integral could show places where, like, I remember specifically one person in the course, when we had him operate and coach from red.
Yes.
He was amazing. It was it was like this part of him that he didn't want to integrate, he didn't want to own, and just having him coach from there just had these extraordinary, he was just amazing at it, and it was a level of stepping into his power and being able to say what he saw in a way that having the red directionality allowed him the freedom to do. And you could watch it integrate. It was magical.
Yes, yes, totally. I remember that. Yes. I think I wanted to see if we can share with people what kind of areas can people use the coaching once they've trained. Is it like what can they use it for?
I can't think of a place you can't use it. I mean, you
Right.
can, you can become a coach, right? If that's your aspiration, or, when we're at work and you have people reporting to you, or you have friends, there's no place that I don't use this frame. I may be more subtle in it than other places, but how helping a person look at how they're relating to something that's troubling them, and the different ways that we go about that and look at what's underneath is invaluable in every area of life. And so how you choose to use it, if it's in your leadership, and if it's just in your own life, or if you want to do it in the formal way of being a coach, I think all of those are valuable. Do you have another thought about?
Well, yeah, it's just what you said, and I'm just thinking there are some people who will come to this training because they want to use it. Maybe they're leading a department at work, like you're saying,
Exactly.
Or maybe they want to use it with their partners, or they want to be able to communicate better with their partners or spouses, business or business partnerships.
Yeah, when you said that, suddenly, I have a corporate background, right? I was in, Fortune 500 corporate world for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think about the reviews that I would have people, the feedback, the formal review once a year, those kinds of things, and how different those would be today.
Right.
With what I knew. I wish I could know then what I know now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. Amazing. But we are opening it up this time to a little bit more, a wider field. You want to say a little bit more about that, Valerie?
Sure.
Yeah.
There are people who've been in Circle Anywhere, or, that have circled a lot, who have developed the level of presence, ability to attune, ability to see, that they need in order to take this course. I think it's not right for people who haven't developed a strong sense of the things that I just named, and the ability to put words to things. Those are those things that we learn in circling. But there are people that haven't taken an advanced training, but they are advanced. They're very strong in circling, and I think they'll do really well in this coaching course.
Right.
And a lot of them, there may be therapists. They may have different backgrounds that have helped them develop those chops.
Right.
But it's quite clear that
right.
they're
Or
ready.
they maybe have taken other types of coaching
That's right.
trainings or facilitation trainings, that sort of thing.
Exactly. So for those people, we want them to do a context call with us.
Yes.
So we could get a good feel or whether they're ready or not.
Right. And we'll share the context call link here, and it's also on the website. So we'll be sharing that with you.
Yeah.
You are a really strong leader in circling, and I just think you are phenomenal to lead this course. And so I just kind of want to hear a little bit more about yourself, like how your journey, in circling or the coaching training course itself. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I used to be in the corporate world. I was in the corporate world for 20 some years.
Yeah.
And at some point, it was just clear that that was no longer my path. And a friend, I was at dinner, and they went, "Valerie, you're supposed to be a coach. Don't you know that?" and I had never considered it. But the thing I'd always loved in my corporate work was working with people and helping them develop and all of those things, right?
Yes.
So I went after a coaching certification and started doing this work. And then I ran into this practice, this relational practice called circling. And I went, well, there's a whole nother element that I've been missing. There's a whole, this is opening something. And I went into it from my own development only. And I ended up at the end of it facilitating and just, it never stopped. I just kept going into that rabbit hole because it was so rich and it just opened up whole worlds. Now, the kind of coaching that can come with a foundation of this presence and this relational, I'm not trying to fix you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just helping you to see how you're relating to your life.
Yes.
Right. And from that, and you're unhappy about something. And so let's look at how you're relating to it.
Right.
To me is about as exciting a thing. And so this feels like a culmination of all my worlds coming together in a way that I feel just grateful
I love
that
it.
I can help others to learn.
Right.
Yeah.
Great, Valerie. Yeah, it's awesome. And this is the third iteration of the coaching training, and you've been involved from the beginning.
Correct.
Right. And Jordan Allen will also be joining us as a guest trainer, instructor. And I'll be assisting you, and we may have one or maybe two other people join us, but we're still in the process
That will
of
be
that.
assisting,
And
right?
yes.
Right. And, and Jordan, in addition to joining us in person from time to time, he's also, his coaching is with people who are generous enough in the training to allow us to share videos of them actually, being coached by Jordan.
Yes.
Those are going to be amazing. We didn't have those before. This is pretty exciting that we're going to have those. So you're going to have Jordan. Sometimes it'll be on video and sometimes it'll be in person, right? But you and I will be there every week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really excited about that. Really excited about that.